Hey guys, Puneet here from Chords. In this video, I'll be teaching you this very cool jazz chord progression which is based around the classic jazz standard Fly Me to the Moon, and this piece is in the key of C. First, I'll be showing you the chords and then breaking it down. So this progression has a lot of cool applied music theory concepts, and for those of you who are interested in learning this, I have a course called Practical Music Theory which is available for a very reasonable one-time cost. So if you're interested in purchasing that, please do reach out to me. The links for my Facebook and Instagram are in the description box below the video. So now let's get down to the chord progression. Coming to the chords, the first chord is the A minor 7, and the tabs that you are seeing on your screen are fret numbers on strings 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. X means mute and 0 means open string. So A minor 7 goes to a D minor 7, then we have a G7, a G dominant 7, going to a C major 7, and then a quick C7 passing chord, C dominant 7, going to a F major 7, then we have a B half diminished or also known as a B minor 7 flat 5 chord, and then we have a E7 flat 9, E dominant 7 flat 9, which is an altered chord, going to A minor 7, and then goes to the second half of the chord progression via a passing chord A dominant 7. So up till now we have A minor 7, D minor 7, G dominant 7, C major 7, and then C7 as a quick passing chord going to the F major 7. We have a B half diminished going to an E7 flat 9, coming back to A minor 7, and then a A dominant 7 chord. Now when I play this progression the second time, instead of using the D minor 7, I use this D minor 9 extension, but it's basically doing the same function. So this is D minor 9 chord. Then coming to the second half of this chord progression, we have the D minor 7 going to the G7, going to the C major 7, and we have a beautiful D flat or C sharp diminished 7 chord, and then again a D minor 7, and then a G7, which you can play over here or over here, and then we have a turnaround the first time, C major 7, F sharp minor 7 flat 5 or F sharp half diminished chord, going to a B half diminished, and then an E7 flat 9, and then we are back to the first half of the chord progression, which is A minor 7. So the second half of the chord progression is D minor 7, G7, C major 7, C sharp diminished 7, going to D minor 7, then G7, then we have a C major 7, F sharp half diminished, B half diminished, E7 flat 9, and then we are back to the A minor. After this, the first half of the chord progression repeats: A minor 7, D minor 7, G7, C major 7, C dominant 7, F major 7, B half diminished, E7 flat 9, going to the A minor 7, A7. Then we have a second half of the chord progression starts, which is D minor 7. Then we have a G7, and then here there is a cool chord change, which is C major 7, F dominant 9, E minor 7, going to D sharp 7, and then again it goes to the D minor 7, going to the G7, and then it ends on the C major 13, and then a C 6 9. So now let us do a quick analysis of this chord progression. It starts off on the A minor 7, which in the context of C, which is our main root note, it's a 6 chord. Going to the 2 chord, D minor 7, going to the 5, and then coming back to the 1. So this is the 6, 2, 5, 1. progression. Then we have a cool C7 passing chord, which is a secondary dominant going to the 4 chord, the F major 7. So it's called as a 5-7 of 4. This C7 chord is called as a 5-7 of 4 secondary dominant going to the F major 7. Then we have a cool 2-5-1, but this time we target the A minor 7 chord. So we have the B minor 7 flat 5 going to the E7 going to the A minor 7. So here, for the time being, although we are in the key of C major, we use A minor, we target A minor as a 1 chord and we play a 2-5 before that. So like that, and to A minor 7. This 2-5-1 is one of the most core concepts in jazz reharmonizations. So if you're interested in learning jazz, you should absolutely know this thoroughly. Then after the A minor 7, there is an A7, which is again a secondary dominant chord going to the 2 chord. So it's called as a 5-7 of 2. Then a G7. This is a 2-5 going to the 1 again. Here the 1 is again the C major 7. And then we have a beautiful secondary diminished chord, the C sharp diminished 7, leading nicely into the D minor 7. And again a G7. Then we have this cool turnaround, C major 7, F sharp minor 7 flat 5, B minor 7 flat 5, E dominant 7, E altered 7 rather, going to the A minor 7. So here after the C major 7, you play an F sharp minor 7 flat 5, which is a 5 chord to the B half diminished chord. And then again we have a 2-5 going to the A minor 7. So after this again the chord progression repeats, A minor 7, B minor 7, G7, C major 7, then a 5-7 of 4 going to the F major 7, then a 2-5-1, secondary dominant 5-7 of 2, then this time second time around D minor 7 going to the G7. So this is again a 2-5 going to the 1, and then there is a very cool jazz concept called as tritone substitution, which is like this: F9, E minor 7, D sharp 7 going to D minor 7. So here this F9 is basically a tritone substitution of the B7, because B and F are a tritone apart, so it's called as a tritone sub. So you're using a F9 going to E minor 7, then a cool D sharp 7, which is again a tritone substitute of the A7. So D sharp 7, and this leads nicely into the D minor 7. So if you see here, there is a cool chromatic bass line as well, F, E, D sharp, and then finally coming to the D, which goes to the 5, since this is a 2 chord going to the 5, again ending in the 1, which is a C major 13, which is just an extension of a C major 7 chord. So it's a higher extension and it adds a lot more flavor than the regular C major 7. And then finally we end on the very cool C add 6 add 9 chord. So guys, that's it for this lesson. I hope you have learned some new things from this, and if you are interested in learning music theory in detail and especially jazz, please do reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. The links are there in the description box and I will help you through the process. So I'll see you guys very soon again in the next video. Cheers.